Hi everyone, my name is Aislinn Mora and I'm doing my book video review on Esperanza Rising by Pam Munoz Ryan. So there's 259 pages in this book plus the author's note, and it was published in the 2000s. The genre is historical drama, and it was kind of set in 1924, so during the Great Depression. And it won many awards, in specific the Pura Belpré Award for writing. So it starts off with Esperanza Ortega and her family, and they live in a ranch in Aguascalientes, Mexico. And all of a sudden, her father dies he gets killed by bandits, and her mother get into a lot of trouble, and they have to escape her uncles because they're trying to take over her father's land and basically take over the family business. So Esperanza and her mother decide to move to the US to find work and hope for a better life over there. So they travel through Mexico, and obviously they make it to the US. And it's a very hard transition for them. Esperanza's mother has to work to support her, and they end up going from a rich, wealthy family to just Esperanza and her mom, and they live a very simple life, and they don't have much. And Esperanza's mom eventually gets sick, and Esperanza starts to work and take care of her mother and her medical bills, and that's just hard for her. And she's waiting for her grandmother that's in Mexico, so that she can help out and be able to support too, and so they can all be kind of a family. Even though her father passed away, they can still be somewhat of a family. And Esperanza eventually gets enough money to pay for her mother's bills and also for her grandmother's trip back to the US. But her money goes missing because one of her servants from Mexico, he left the US, and she doesn't know where he went, but he took the money, and then she thinks that he stole from her and he's just no good. So that's just a lot of drama. But then he surprises her by bringing her grandma back to the US, and from there they're all reunited. Her mother's out of the hospital because of how hard she's worked to get her out and to help her get better. And the theme is kind of don't be afraid to start over, because Esperanza was very privileged in her previous life, but she learned that she had to kind of work to just survive and support her family. And I think this book really shows how she has risen above her circumstances and her issues in her life in order to just live. And one thing that her grandmother would always say is don't be afraid to start over. And I like that a lot, because no matter what, things are going to happen in life, and you kind of just have to keep going and just, yeah. And that's it. Thank you guys.